went to the castle in disguises to see what's going on in the castle. And here we are.
All right.
Nice.
Politics. We just finished this room, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. What do you have this guy?
The second floor is where we're supposed to go.
Okay. Okay.
You see a storage full of weapons, though it's suspicious that nobody's guarding it. But you open the other room, and you see a couple of guards playing cards, and it looks like there's some money on the table as well.
Oh shit.
You connect the dots, and then you realize they might not be doing their duties.
um, you know what? I go. Hey, you want to deal me in?
So as soon as they realize you're there, right? Um, they immediately, desperately, and almost in denial, like they just put away the money as fast as they can, hide it under the
Perfect.
table, and they look at you and they say, "What are you talking about? We're
I
just
say,
playing a game."
relax. I'm nobody. Um,
No, you're not playing.
I say, are things boring out here?
Huh? Boring? Oh yeah, I guess it is kind of boring. And then his friend uh kind of replies in turn, or kind of adds on to it. He says, "Yeah, it's quite boring here, really. I mean, that's why we're doing this in the first place. Who who gets a job to watch a closet almost all day?"
I, I feel you. Not doesn't feel very meaningful. I say, how do you feel about how things are going uh in this castle in this city?
Well, first of all, who are you? What are you doing here?
I
Okay.
uh I hand Ashton a piece of paper that says tell him you're captain of the guard.
No way, bro. I look at it and I think.
You
Nah,
see their
no,
body language is like
that's
looping.
okay. No, I say, um, no,
What'd you
I'm
say
just
they're boofing?
Their body language is looping like a video game when they're waiting
Oh,
for your response.
that's funny.
um, what's it called? Look at my notes. Right. Um, I I say I'm a researcher from um I'm a researcher from Tathandria. I have a contact here that asked me to visit. I'm just I'm just looking around for him.
Well, your contact isn't here, so you can go away.
So you don't like can't you just humor me for a moment?
You or you. You already been here longer than enough. This is supposed to be guard quarters. And his friend's like, yeah, you shouldn't be here.
All right, maybe
I uh I hand Ashton another piece of paper and I say, "Tell him you lost something."
I say maybe one of these other guards. If I ask one of these other guards, they'll tell me, and I tell them maybe that's these two guards that were in here weren't being very helpful.
Are you trying to intimidate them into letting you in?
And not to let me in, just to have a conversation.
Oh, I see, I see. All right. But you're threatening them essentially, or like blackmailing them.
Yeah, yeah, I am.
All right, that would be intimidation.
Okay. Um. Oh shoot! Wait, we don't have the we don't have the guidance buffer when we need them most. But wait, let's see. Um. But do you want to help me with this? Like, I already have the bardic inspiration, but just like
I'll
yeah.
help you with this.
Um,
I make a mean face from behind you.
give him like a
Yes.
mischievous smile. All right, here we go. Oh, right. I forgot to roll with advantage, but no need.
Right, and they say, all right, calm down. I don't need any more business than watching a damn closet and playing some stupid cards. Now, what do you actually want to know?
I just want to know what's going on around here. Like, how's uh how's life being how's life treating you?
Well, to be honest with you, could have been better. Ever since we switched kings, he appointed this new court mage, and she gives us hell to deal with, and that's kind of why I'm settling with this closet job, anyways. Yeah, she's I'll admit she's more on the attractive side, but I'd really not rather mess with her.
What's her name?
What's her name? Well, I haven't actually known her actual name, to be honest with you. I've never seen her face myself, but my friend here tells me all about it. And then, and then the his friend replies and he says, "We all know her by her nickname, but we never actually got close enough to hear her real name. She just kind of showed up, and the king wouldn't bother explaining us to us her origins. It's quite suspicious, I'd say."
Hmm, that is suspicious. What nickname does she go by?
Let me just check real quick. I wrote this somewhere, but I gotta make sure. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong folder. That's why I was like, "Where is it?" They call him Miss Perfect, and I can't really tell if it's because she looks great or if it's because she's so anal about every detail. But I think it's the latter.
Hmm.
It kind of gets a little nosy, if I have to say. And and then the guy with the deeper voice, he says, "Yeah, to be honest, I hate dealing with her ever. I never met her face to face, but oftentimes she would always send an officer to check on me for every single hour of the day, really. That's why I had to time the. Oh, you know what? I need to go to the closet soon. They'll be checking soon.
I see.
And he kind of barges his way. But his the person with the lighter voice, he says, is that all you wanted to know?"
Um, and she's she's known for being very nitpicky. Basically, is what you're saying.
He's always, how should I put it?
And the hard ass.
He's always meddling in our business. It's kind of annoying.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess it's her job, but I think it's a bit obsessive.
She
I
goes
feel
too
like
far.
a I feel like a I feel like a poor worker under a really, really uptight manager.
I see. Did you like how things were before?
Oh yes, the old court mage was a lot more lax. You ever worked with or well, of course you haven't worked with him. You've been from another continent, but have you heard of Cavaldi?
Cavaldi. I believe so. I believe I've exchanged some notes with him before.
He was great. He lets a lot of things slip as long as we did our essential jobs in the end.
Hmm.
He would come to play cards with us sometimes too.
I see, I see.
And then he had to go and retire. And there was a interim court mage at the time, but that one was not worth mentioning. He was only there for a short while. And then the kingdom lacked a court mage for a while until we swapped king.
Listen, it'd be nice to have Cavaldi back out of retirement.
Ah, yes, I'd say uh, anyone over Miss Perfect.
Hmm. Okay. They good to know. Um, yeah, I say it sucks. There's some jobs that have people like that, and what can you do, right? Hopefully, hopefully something changes. Maybe.
Yeah, well, I'm not expecting the world to change.
All right. I'll leave it to it. I'll leave you to it. Okay. Um, do we go up these stairs?
Stand still for a second.
Sure.
Oh,
Uh, It should be okay.
Which one?
Charisma.
Charisma. Advantage. Nice. Yep.
I want to talk to the guards real quick. You said there was a chest in there?
Not a chest, like a bag of gold that they were
Okay.
using to bet.
I go up to I talk to this I whisper to this guard. I say, "Excuse me, sir," meekly. I say, "Can I talk to you in private real quick?"
Which one?
This one. I say, "I need to talk to you with your companion. It's important."
Uh, I have no idea what business you would have.
It's
Sir
guard
Figure
business.
Cummins.
I have
What
something.
would
I
wait?
s-
But you're with the researcher from Tithondria. What would you have to do with guards?
I say, "Lower your voice, please."
All right, roll persuasion. All right. With that, he says, "Ah, fine, old. We'll hear you out just a little.
I say,
But if,
think,
if it looks like you're just messing with us, we're booting you out of here."
I say that makes sense. I sit down at the table and I lower my voice and I say, all right, so on the way into town, I saw this thief, and he looked like he was mostly dead, but he had something shiny on him. Looked like a giant bag of gold. Perhaps you guys could check it out. It probably could make better use to the kingdom than some random uh, street rat.
So you're just making a report on some thief.
It was a big bag of gold.
I'm sure it was.
Listen, if you guys don't want what look like 10,000 gold, I'll go pick it up myself.
Oh, I won't
I'm
admit that that 10,000 gold will be quite a lot to a single person, but to the guard, we have the responsibility of bringing that to the treasury
of
and for
course.
them to settle.
That's why I'm reporting it.
Yes, and that's great. However, we are guards for the castle, and we will just have to pass over this information to the guards closer to where you're talking about.
Don't you guys think you should do that? I mean, it might be gone. I think you guys have
Yeah.
a duty to your merchants. There's no way that guy just found that gold.
All right, so roll persuasion again.
This is a lie.
I don't think I have persuasion to help you.
I have advantage.
Oh,
If he's lying, isn't it deception then?
I'm not from out of town and there's no dead thief. I'm just trying to get him to leave the room.
That's fair. Okay, deception.
All right. I deceive by like nodding my head with his words to help him.
true, true.
You right?
All right, and they say, all right, so he says, "Oh, why is everyone on my case today? Why don't you do it for me?" And then he looks at his friend and he says, all right, fine." And then so the other god looks at you and he says, "All right, is that everything?"
I say, there's one more thing.
Right?
Uh, I'm gonna need you to give me that bag of gold. It would make you really, really, really happy.
Are you doing anything with that, or are you just gonna
No, I'm
stop?
doing something.
Okay, okay. So just do the thing you're gonna try to do.
I am. I'm just slow. I'm sorry.
Wait, did that just remove the enhancer voice?
It did.
All right. So what was your suggestion again? Like word for word?
To give me that bag of gold, it would make him extremely happy.
All right. And he says, "Ah, you know, I always felt like I wanted to do something for someone for once. I felt like just watching this closet does not do anything productive. Here you go."
I smile. I shake his hand. And I leave with the
All right.
gold.
He takes your hand and you leave with the gold.
How much did I get?
You get, that's, I'm just going to roll it.
Sounds good.
40,000.
I wish. We got general goods. Rolling for us.
You get 242 gold.
That's not bad.
I say, here you go, Raylan, and I give her 240 gold.
Wait, what?
I'm
I
in it
just,
for the name of the game.
He
alright,
doesn't want the evidence to be on him.
I was gonna say, I take it.
Do
I'm
you
gonna say
know
that.
if people will eventually like realize what happened to them after the spell ends?
I don't know, I can put it in the thing.
Let me see.
Wait, no, it's already in there.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I just want to be sure, because
Um, unlike unlike friends or charm person, the spell does not explicitly say that they know.
Oh, nice.
okay.
Plus, he wanted to do it.
Yeah, it made him happy.
I'm gonna say that I went upstairs like while they were doing that, because
The door was closed, and I was whispering. I guess you are perceptive. Roll perception.
I was upstairs. I was upstairs.
All right. It
That's
looks
true. You
like
were gone.
people generally say people are not aware of the spell, so it looks like we're good.
Let's go find Lancaster. There, I guess we go meet back up.
Uh, that did. Unless. Wait a minute. It's like this like tiny like little like vision of something there. I guess it's just the lighting.
Yeah, you don't see anything from the outside.
I I hand Ashton a piece of paper and I say, if you want me to lockpick anything, just tell me. And then I eat the paper.
Is there anything in this room?
Nothing of note. It seems like a unoccupied room. It looks like it would be for guests normally, but nobody's occupying it for the day or the night so far.
Oh,
So as you open the door, you see a half naked man and turn around and he says, "What are you doing?"
say my mistake, wrong room.
Mm. Nice.
What is the sign? Roll
He
for
didn't
size.
say he didn't say leave.
I knock on this door here.
No one answers.
Got
The same room.
I knock on this door.
Nobody. Oh, sorry. Somebody answers. They say, "Who is it?"
Uh, I'm just uh, I'm just someone looking for something.
Someone looking for something. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for.
They open the door just to see what you look like, and
Oh,
they,
say
but they hear your answer.
say hello there. Yes, I'm I'm looking for a man by the name Joseph.
Joseph. Ah, Joseph Holloway.
That's right.
You'll find him on the other side of this floor.
Oh, okay. Uh, wait, the other side.
The,
Uh,
sorry, you know how this floor loops around?
oh, look, the other side looked like a dead end. So,
All right, well, good luck.
okay, wait, no, wait.
The door closes.
Damn. All right. More shenanigans. Okay. Ooh. Does this is a suit of armor?
It is a suit of armor.
Does it look like it's just for show, or does it look like it's like real armor?
It looks elegant, but it doesn't seem practical for combat.
Like,
I go to Raylan and say, Raylan, I need your help.
What do you need?
I said, I need you to go knock on that naked guy's door.
Which one was it? Was it this one?
It was north.
He's gonna do it.
This one?
You don't even know what's gonna happen.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, without questioning you, I knock.
All right, you knock on the door, and you just hear someone on the other side, a little muffled. He says, Hold on, just a moment."
Okay. I go back and I look over to Cobweb, wherever he is.
I run up to you and I say, get his attention now, knock louder.
Um, I use I go around the corner and use my mage hand to knock.
Okay, so um, the first time your mage hand knocks, there is no response. Do you keep going?
Sure.
Okay. I'd say nothing happens for a good 5 minutes, but eventually, as you keep persisting this knock, the guy steps out and you hear it and he says, "What the hell is this? Who's knocking on my door?"
And
Sorry,
once
wrong
the
move.
door opens, I dissipate. I like dispel the mage hand.
He looks around and he sees no trace of someone around the hallway, and so the guy starts to step out and try to look around the hallway.
Is he still half undressed?
He is mostly dressed at this point.
Oh, damn. Okay,
Okay.
well,
As he steps out, I'm just gonna be like casually walking away.
that kind of ruins my plans. In that case, I was gonna pull a funny prank on the guy. All right, can I try to sneak in his room?
From that door?
Yeah, or the one he went out
Mhm.
of.
Oh, the one he went out of. Okay,
Yeah, can I try to sneak past him and go in his room?
sure. You will have to roll stealth to see if you bump into him while you're invisible. It's a tight hallway.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Do I get advantage from being invisible or no? Or is it just a
The
lower
DC is
DC?
just gonna be lower.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, you get past them just fine.
Okay. All right. I go in his room and uh actually I just lock the door.
You just you just lock the door. Wait,
Yeah.
are you just gonna stay inside?
I'm gonna go look through his stuff.
Okay. All right. So you lock his door, right? And maybe like 2 minutes in, while you're looking around his stuff, you start to hear him like knock. But let's talk about like what you're looking for first.
I'm just looking for anything valuable.
Okay. Um. So you look around and you see that there are boring papers, and the closest thing you have to something that's valuable is what looks like a a watch made of golden material.
All right, I nicked that.
All right, and then you do see a pouch, and I will just roll for the pouch. See how much I have. This pouch on pocket seems to have 15 gold pieces. Not quite a lot, but maybe he puts his gold somewhere else.
Would my character know this?
Um,
Or can I roll an intelligence check?
sure.
Would it be an ability check?
Yeah, that would just be an ability check.
Okay, my guy's dumb as shit. He says, this must be it. In that case, I get mad. 'Cause that's all he had. And I take an ink bottle and I pour it on the rest of his clothes and I leave.
Okay.
Actually, I unlock his door and I wait for him to come back in. And I just kind of like hide on his desk.
All right. So he looks around and he sees the messy clothes that are ruined now, and you see him kind of getting angry and throwing a fit over it. Um, what do you do while he's distracted?
I leave.
All right, then yeah, you can just head out of the room now.
How much was the gold watch worth, or do I just get a gold watch?
You just get a gold watch, just track in your inventory somewhere, and maybe you could pawn it.
Sweet. Maybe. Maybe I just wear it.
Yeah, or you could wear it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Okay, what's everyone else doing?
Indoors. Hey, a bathtub. Now we're talking. Squeaky duck.
You see, yeah, you see a squeaky duck inside of the bath. You see that the bath is all bubbly and whatnot. It seems that it's it's almost like it's being prepared for someone.
I see. All right, leave it to its own device. Oh, can't interact with this door. Oh, oh. I think there was a door down here. Whoa! Is
So
this?
in front of you, you see essentially a hot tub.
Nice. Does it look like it's being prepared, or is it like just always like the way it always is?
Like wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean, like does it look like it like this hot tub is being prepared, or like it's
Oh no,
been
it's
sort of?
just, it's just always hot, and I mean
Nice.
it is prepared, but it's pretty much like always in this state.
Yeah,
Uh, if anything, it doesn't look messy. It looks quite clean. Maybe somebody cleaned it recently.
okay. I make note of the hot tub for later.
When you open that door in particular, a very unpleasant aroma surrounds your nostrils.
Mm. All right. Let's see. Right. Um, I knock on this door.
Okay. You knock on the door, and a maid of some sort seems to answer it.
Oh,
So, I'll just put her. A maid of some sort seems to answer the door, and she says, "Yes."
So, greetings, ma'am. I just have two questions. One, do you know anybody by the name of Joseph?
Ah, Sir Joseph is a little bit further down the hall.
Okay.
Was that all?
And then the second thing I would like to ask is, do you have like a quick moment to talk about your time here?
So, as you ask that question, you hear a very violent cough from the corner of the room, coming
Oh,
from the child who looks quite sickly in bed. And the
oh no.
maid answers your question by saying, I'm sorry. I'm quite busy."
So wait. May I have a look at this child? I might be able to help.
I'm sorry. Who are you though?
I
I
say
We can't just let anyone in.
sure. I am a researcher known as Lancaster, but I am also a healer, and I do know a bit about medicine. I
I
just like
I'm not sure. I have to ask my lord before we let you in.
I say please just let me get to look.
I'm sorry, but this is my lord's rules. I have to I have to ask him first. He's just in the room next door.
I say who's your lord?
He's he's Sir Jorn.
They're doing okay. I say all right. Hurry with it. And I will
So you hear footsteps from the room across, from the left, basically. So it's inferred that these two rooms are connected to each other. And an older gentleman opens the doors and he says, uh, "I heard that you wanted to help."
I say yes. Greetings, Sir Jorn, was it?
Yes.
I I am a researcher, but I am also a healer. I've traveled far and wide. I've seen many symptoms of things in my life, and I would like to just examine the child if you would allow it.
Um, how does the magic work?
I say um it is simple divination and the touch.
All right, we can give it a try.
All right, all right. I look upon the child. How do they look?
To kind of describe it, she seems skinnier than most children you see. It's almost like you can start to see the formation of her bones even.
Hmm.
Uh, her skin is quite darker than her relatives, and you can hear uh, a constant hyperventilation of some sort.
Um. Okay, so she looks ill. All right. I mean,
But
I'll give
which
it a
one is
shot.
this?
It should be wisdom, probably.
Oh, 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 I don't know if I'm gonna do it.
Eh, we'll see. It doesn't matter.
Uh,
I got.
Alright. I will cast Greater Restoration.
Ah, smart.
Okay, so um, let's see here. Okay, so for a brief moment, you see that this girl's sickliness seems to fade, but in a few seconds, it seems to come back again. It's almost like it's regenerative, that even if it goes away, it comes back for some strange reason.
Hmm.
even with a stronger spell that is um higher rest or what was higher
Great,
restoration?
greater
Greater.
restoration.
Yeah, yeah. Even with greater restoration, it doesn't seem to be a permanent fix.
Hmm. Can okay. Well, I guess I'll listen to me. Can I do a medicine check?
Yes, you may try.
I say, "Me lord, I've never seen your magic fail. Not once."
All right.
You had advantage, technically.
Don't even.
All right. So, you begin by examining what you can without doing any harm to the girl, and uh, the more you look into it, the more you see that it is less of a disease, and more of a curse, like in nature. It seems that the girl is cursed in some kind of way.
Oh,
Um, but the thing is, a curse would normally be removed as well by greater restoration. So why would it not work?
yeah.
And you start to realize maybe it's a powerful curse in particular.
Hmm. So this
So Sir
is.
Yorn looks at you and he says, "I, it is as I feared. I, I have looked over all of Catullus to find a healer of sorts, but to no avail. This was the case each and every time. I
This,
had hoped that you being out of the continent, you would have some kind of technique."
I say I might still, but it will take time, and I will have to look for something. Um, how long do you plan on being here?
I don't plan on traveling. Not until not until my two children, not just my not just my granddaughter, but my grandson as well.
Say,
I I would hope to see them cured before we try to travel.
I understand. Do you happen to know like how this happened in the first place?
Let me check some notes. From what I understand, their parents took them along with them when they were traveling through the forest of Hakon. And
I see.
and to some bad news, both of their parents are dead as of this point. I'm tending after these two after their guards barely survived and brought them to the castle. It may be related to the forest of Hakon. I but I dare not approach that forest, for it's too dangerous for an old man like me. I I've looked to see if I could find a cure across the rest of Catullus, but that is the one place I have not checked that is left.
The force of Hakan, you say? Well,
Yes.
you're in luck because uh, after my after my mission is done here, I I plan on traversing the forest.
I I see. Then that's you see kind of like a glow in his eyes, like almost like what seemed hopeless has now been reversed. There's maybe a chance for him now to see his grandchildren be brought back from how they are. And he says, then then do you think we could wait for you and to come back?
Of course. I I was planning. I have things that I need to do there anyway, but now I have all the more reason to. I cannot let this curse stand.
I see. I I don't have as much money as the other nobles who are here, but I will be forever grateful, and I will I will look to it that I can repay you in other means as well in the future.
Say say do not worry about it. I do not do it for the money. I do it for our future. Things have been say I don't want to just say this, but things have not been so great from what I've heard.
Yes,
Um,
this is true. I I have asked the royal court for assistance, begged them on my knees even, and they refused to explore the forest of Hakon. They even forbid people from exploring, even if they tried.
hmm, my worries are growing stronger then. All right, I will do this, but I have, again, it may be a bit, I have other tasks I must do here first.
I see. Please be careful in the forest. It is dangerous.
Say, I say, clear skies, may, may the goddess watch over.
And let the light be with you.
All right.
Did you just, did you? Uh-oh. Now you have to
So,
deal with that. You opened the door, bro.
I make
Oh,
this.
he opened the door for the bath.
You
Yeah,
did it.
you got to role play this, dude. All right, all right. So you didn't even close the other door yet. So the old man sees this happening, where you open the door without knocking. You
Yeah.
see a naked woman
Uh,
in the bathroom taking a
uh,
bath. She's just elegantly, standing up and like pouring some water on herself. She turns around. She sees you looking in her direction, and she screams as before she throws the tub onto your direction with the water going towards you. I will have
I,
you roll a dexterity check to see if you close the door.
He's throwing a
okay.
whole ass bathtub. Hello.
Not a
Dexterity.
bathtub, like a bucket of water.
The tabo.
The
Dex, Dex ability check or saving throw?
ability check.
Wouldn't it be a
I guess
Wait.
it wouldn't really make a difference if you roll. All right, you get
Oh.
you get a nice wash full of this person's basically like bath water all to your face. It's quite cold. It stings a little bit as there's a little bit of shampoo in the mix getting into your eyes. Um, and you're quite wet. And but then you close the door afterwards.
My mistake.
I
My bad.
go up to I go up to Lancaster and I say, tough luck, and I cast prestidigitation on him,
Oh, thank
and I
you.
clean him and I dry him, get him all spick and span,
All right.
and then
And with
I
that,
and then I open the door.
Oh my
you
god.
open the door again.
Please. Please. I move away the second he reaches for that door.
Okay. So at this point, right, the girl is kind of hiding in her tub and she says, "Please close the door."
I say, oh, my bad.
My bad. Okay.
And as that happens, Yorn just kind of shakes his head and closes the door.
Okay. All right. I knock on this door. Oh, I didn't mean to open it. I knock on it.
This is like a bad.
This is how you learn how to knock. So you know that.
I knock on the door. And the door was like ajar, so it just like opens on its own. So as I'm knocking on it,
All right, so you knock and nobody seems to answer.
I open this door again and I say, if you don't want people barging in, you should probably lock the door, milady. And I shut the door.
Shortly after,
Okay.
you hear a lock.
I was gonna open the door again and I was gonna lock it.
All right, I knock on this door.
All right, you knock on the door and it sounds hollow.
Ah,
If your memory serves you, it seems to line up with one of the towers to go down.
got it. All right. It should be one of these rooms. No, one of these rooms, surely. I knock
Yeah,
on the door.
probably.
What room are we looking for?
Joseph. Joseph. No, I'm not gonna do that. I knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door and a guard answers and he says, "You have business?"
Say, excuse me, sir. Would you happen to know where Sir Joseph's room is?
No.
Can I do an intuition
knock.
check to see if he was telling the truth?
Yeah, sure. Insight check, right?
Insight, yeah, is that it is. Alright, probably don't know.
You don't know, so you just give it the benefit of the doubt.
I knock on this door.
You knock on the door. It seems like the room has no presence in it.
Hey, all right. Now we're talking. The casting couch.
Run! I
What's
run
it?
as fast as I can.
I knock on this door.
You knock on the door. It sounds hollow,
Nice.
and you're greeted by another wonderful aroma.
I close that door. Get me out.
Check it for corn. I knock on this door.
All right. You knock on the door, and you hear someone say, "Come in."
I step back.
And as you open the door, you see a muscular man with big pecs, all naked inside of the bed. And,
No.
you see him kind of wearing like a little headband with hearts on it, and he kind of brings out his hand, gesturing for you to come closer, and he says, "Oh, I didn't know the one coming for today would be so handsome."
I say time to go.
I go to Hargrave. And I say, Hargrave, I got a job for you.
I
Are
don't like
you
the
in or
sound of
are you
this.
out?
I don't like the sound of this.
I say, Hargrave, have I ever lied to you?
Multiple times, on many occasions.
I say, what? No, 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 no. No, no, no.
No.
I roll like an insight or something.
I guess as a contest,
If
yeah.
you say it a few more times, maybe he'll believe you.
I said, no, 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 I've never lied.
Each one gives you a +1.
Oh,
God.
you are gullible, David.
I had, this is a bad roll.
That was like
Do I have inspiration or do I not have inspiration?
You don't have to do it.
I don't remember. Did we get it? Did we get it from the resting at the dude's?
Well, you've yet to hear his offer, dude. Yeah.
I say, listen, just hear me out.
It's fine. I sigh. It's like, what is it?
I say, just talk to my friend, just see what they want. That's all.
What friend?
I do like a wave motion down the hallway, like a little goblin, and I point to this door. I say, I'm pretty sure this person knows where Joe is.
Which one? Top or bottom?
They're the same.
All the same.
Are you the actual visitor? As you see a very muscular man telling you to come in as he waves his
I
hand for you to come closer.
I say my. What is this? What do you mean?
What was that?
I say my divine sense is telling me something bad is happening in that room.
I say, you're right. That person is pure evil. Go in there and do what you do best. And use that big hole to vanquish evil.
It's like a bad idea. I want to like play along and actually literally do that, but I don't think it's a good idea.
I say, very well, whatever.
Yeah, I knock on this door.
Okay. All right. So as you knock on the door, a person who seems to fit the bill for all the visual descriptions for your contact is in front of you, and he says, "Yes."
So are you? Are you Joseph?
And just by saying that, he kind of blinks his eyes and he realizes who you are, and he says, "Yes,
So
I'm in."
praise the goddess. say, say, you know how many rooms there are in this castle?
Uh, quite a lot. I dare not to count.
Say,
Oh, and if you don't mind, could you please lock that door over there?
oh, this one? No, I
Yes,
locked it.
my neighbor is quite rowdy.
um, all right, I lock the door and I say, so, you know about the business that we have?
Yes, and if you were wondering about the items that you're looking for, it is right here. As he points to the chest that's right next to him.
Oh, I open the chest.
And presumably, the equipment that you're all looking for is there within the bag of holding that you care about.
Hmm. Wait, what? Wait, all the items that we need from the bag of holding?
Or like, if I remember correctly, there's some stuff you wanted smuggled in.
Yeah.
So it's all here. Whatever it was.
You know, all right, sure. That sounds good. All right, I say, oh, lovely. And I hand out all the items, all the goods to everyone.
Yo, let's go.
All right.
That said, if you equip them, then obviously people will see it. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep my long sword on for now, but I'll put it in my backpack.
I will unequip mine. Um, I say, so how's life in the castle?
well, I'll certainly say I'll never go to Baldwin's side.
Right. I've been asking asking around, and lots of mixed feelings about this place, but I've heard a lot of negatives.
Well, if I had to throw my own spin on my interpretation of this place, a good majority of the people here are not even aware of what happens outside the walls, whether if it's ignorance or if it's just the veil that Valdun casts over the walls of the castle. Some people, though good-natured, they wouldn't even realize that there are people suffering in the lower parts of the city. And even less, they don't even realize the sacrifices and betrayals that Valdun would make just to even get to where he is right now.
Yeah, it is as I feared. What of what of Balion?
Leon is a harder target to approach. I mean, if you're the son of the current king, you have a lot of eyes on you. I cannot just casually strike a conversation with him, much less even see him in person. Uh, I've seen him walk once or twice across the courtyard a few times, but never enough for me to actually make any conclusions or observations. Though, at least from reputation wise, I hear he's more of a lenient person of the royal family. And I hear him making contradictions to what Valdun does. So I'd like to think he's more on the good-hearted side.
They, I need to speak with him. They, do you know the best way to get in contact with him?
Ah, that's going to be tough. Even I'm not allowed in the higher quarters. But at the least, I think I could make one entrance for our entire group. You see, although I am not entirely uh, on Valdun's side, I have been doing some level of research, and I do have a report to submit to. Have you heard of the court mage?
Oh yes, Miss Perfect.
Yes, her real name is Rowella.
I can spell it.
Oh, sure. Her real name is Rowella. I've only figured this out because of the papers that I've been working under. She would sign some of them. Um, but regardless, uh, I do have a report to make to her directly, and I could simply walk in for that one instance and bring you along with me, saying you're part of my study.
That would be
In
great.
yes, and in that moment where I do talk to her, I suggest that you do what you can without gathering too much attention.
And say, yes, we
Okay.
wouldn't want that.
Yeah, okay. Whatever it takes.
Right. Well, do you intend to do this today, or is there any business you'd like to take care of before we go? Um, if things go bad or if we're caught, we might not be able to see this place again.
I said, you know where the dungeon is?
The dungeon. Um, yes, that's right. It is in the higher quarters.
It's convenient.
All right. Perhaps we'll finish looking around real quick before coming back.
Very well.
What's in here? Just boxes.
Just like food and random castle stuff.
Okay. Let's start. Oh, yes. No, yes. Right. All right. Knock on this door.
No one seems to answer.
Oh,
It's locked.
Yes.
I make lockpicks. And then I try lockpicking the door. I say, keep an eye out.
Roll sleight of hand. Or if you have the lockpick skill, roll the lockpick skill.
I can help you with this. I have advantage of sleight of hand.
Okay, I don't have the lockpick skill.
Nice.
All right. So, with enough finesse, you effortlessly get through this door, and you let yourself into the room.
Anything in here? Interesting.
Those are just regular rapiers, but inside of the chest, I'll say you find 5 potions of healing.
Hey,
Yeah.
all right.
I
Yeah.
say, help yourself, King.
Yeah, I'll let you guys distribute it, but you can just what do you call it?
Each take one, right?
You could just
Alright.
control space, search it up, and then drag it into your inventory. But yeah, make sure it's total of 5.
Does anyone want 2? Because I have 4 potions of greater healing.
Wait, is it healing or greater healing? Just
Healing.
regular.
thought-
5
Yeah.
potions of healing.
Yeah, if everyone wants to just take one, I'm cool with that. But if no one had any potions, I'd be fine if someone took 2.
David?
Just take one.
Like this. I have 2 greater, yeah, 2 greater, 1 superior.
Does anyone have none?
I have greater healing, but no regular healing. So I just took one.
Does no one have any healing potions at all? Is what I mean. Okay, then I'm gonna just take one.
I don't think I need them. I got a lot of healing in my kit.
Okay. Well then, why don't you take 2, Ashton? Because you heal people a lot.
Here, I'll take one.
Did you take 2?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, I guess we're going to we're meeting back up with that guy and go to the next floor? Or to, what was the plan? Ask Lancaster what the plan was.
We've seen everything else, right?
In this. Oh, are you asking me?
Sure.
You feel like you've explored essentially the entire layout of this part of the courtyard.
So, all right, screw it. Let's just do it then. Are you guys prepared?
No. I say Potempak. Come here. Actually, yeah, Potempak.
What's your name is Clark?
Yeah, Clark.
What is it, Clark?
They well, still,
I do a T pose.
they excellent job.
Which one?
Charisma, Eagle.
Oh.
I don't know. You might have to talk, or so.
Okay. Um. I think I have advantage on deception.
That's okay. You might have to be intimidating or something.
Okay.
That's usually your go-to play with Potempak. So
So where do we need to go?
All right.
There's time.
All right. Just to be sure, if anything goes wrong, we have to escape this castle and run out, and they'll probably never welcome us again. Are you sure you're ready?
No, but yes.
All right. I suppose we can't be fully prepared for everything. So, but uh, do you know an escape route if we have to get out, if we ever get caught?
I whisper to him. I say, "Yeah, I'll turn into a big T-Rex and blast a hole in the wall and make an escape route."
That's the thing. I know of two. Hopefully it works out.
Okay. Then I will follow you if anything goes south.
Very well.
All right. So, do you guys all go?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'll stay. I'm just kidding.
You bastard! They all just execute us on the spot because you're not there.
You just get like a note from me, like while you're all there. Don't look for me.
Oh my god. We're about like if you're not there, bro, we're just about to commit regicide, bro. Like it's over. Sorry.
You know, warning your cousin or your uncle or whoever, and we're coming after you.
Alright. Okay. I'll follow you, Joseph.
Right. So, I'm just gonna say like, just pretend you can go inside like through this way, pretty much.
Yep.
But he goes inside and he says, "All right, we'll be making our way to the court mage. Have you heard about her?"
I've just heard that she's a hard ass to some guards. She wants everything to be perfect. Hard to work
Well,
with.
the most important thing is, and allow me to whisper this, she is the nosy type, and if you say even the single thing that's suspicious, she might press on to you. You have to be careful.
Boy, oh my god, we're doomed. It's so over, guys.
Well, I start polishing my dwarven thrower.
I say, "Don't worry, I'll keep my mouth shut."
Possible.
Challenge impossible.
Yeah, so over. Okay, this is the garden area.
This is the garden area. Yes.
I look around like while we're going through it for the escape route that I heard about.
All right. You see, I'm not gonna. I'll just say this, right? You see around one of the corners. Let's just say arbitrarily the northwest corner over here.
Yeah.
You see a group of vines that seem to kind of lead over and out of the castle.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's see here. What else? I'm trying to find where the fucking stairs are. Oh, okay. Whoops, wrong way. Haha. It's actually this way, guys.
Which one?
Yeah. Stare at you.
Let's get. Let's get these showed us the garden.
Shit, what a lovely garden.
This, I have. This is my first time here, so I'm just going based off of the instructions I see in the note.
Hmm. Does any of this like look familiar to me from as a kid?
Yeah, I'd say this whole courtyard is quite familiar to you. Um, you've definitely ran around these walls at one point, though at this point in time, not sure if that's the best thing for you to do right now.
Yeah. I look at the I look at this like illustration on the floor, and I look for like where I probably scribbled as a child, like a little bit like on like a corner where no one could see it.
Yeah, you look around for these things, and to your disappointment, it seems to be cleaned off. But uh, based on your high perception, you look closely and closely, and eventually you see at least a little bit of a scratch of something you left a long, long time ago when you didn't have a marker or a crayon or something of the sort,
Let's
and
go.
instead you made a scratch uh that used some kind of like fork to try to kind of like make a marking onto the floor. That damage was not repaired. You still see it right there.
I put my hand on it and so I just smirk a bit to myself. I'm nostalgic.
I say, what you smirking about?
Say nothing. Just remembering things.
Hey, come on, you can tell me.
No, no. All
I
right.
look sad.
You're just gonna mend it. All right. See. Say where to next?
Ah, sorry. I saw you were looking at something, so I was just waiting. All right, let's continue.
he's he's standing around like an NPC and like, come on this way. You have to hurry. And it's like 3 hours. You just go get something to eat, come back, about the game's still on. Come on, hurry.
He's whispering in a loud voice, "Come on, the guards will catch us."
You're just standing around.
We look suspicious. Come on. As he's like darting quickly around, looking ultra suspicious.
I wonder what Chinese I should order today.
It's this way.
Hmm. Is this a window or like a pathway
That's
to
definitely
outside?
a window.
How big is the window?
It's wide, but it's quite short.
I
But
I,
for those of you who are shorter than a human would be, maybe you might fit through.
I see.
But if you're wearing heavy armor, probably not.
All right.
how high up is it?
You would probably be about 50 feet up.
Oh, damn. I say it wouldn't make a bad escape route. Super quietly.
Oops, I flew off the balcony. Can't get back up.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get back up.
I think I'm
Oh, we
just
have.
dead if I fall there.
Well, we have a ladder and a rope in the
Back
cargo
holding.
holding. Yeah.
I can also send my broom for you.
True.
Also, can make a getaway table.
Everyone talks about the magic carpet, but no one talks about the magic table.
All right, this is it. Are you guys ready?
Damn. Not. But I have to be.
All right. So, as you guys step in, you see before you a very what the fuck? Shut up, Siri. Oh God. All right. Anyways, so you see before you the court mage. Uh, in terms of how she looks, her skin is quite smooth, quite light, and her hair is quite silky. It's almost like you're looking from a artificial portrait of some kind, conjured by magic. There is no doubt in your mind that she does make herself look prettier using her magic. But um, as she scans the room, you see that her eyes are not just normal pupils. They seem to have kind of a glow to it. It's almost like she's enhancing her sight to look deeper and closer. Ashton, when you look at her, she gives you this very cold and intense glare. It's from a outside perspective, it looks like just a normal stare, but for you in particular, you feel that it's not necessarily magic, but you're feeling influenced in some kind of way. It's almost like you're feeling a level of doubt and fear. It's not necessarily mind controlling you, but you do feel uh
The
that
aura.
something. Yeah, you feel an aura, a a very inquisitive stare. You feel like you're naked in front of an audience. And she says, "Well, well, Joseph, it seems you brought more than what I was expecting." As she gives kind of a smirk looking at your group. And he says, "Ah, sorry, madam. Um, these are my these are my aides from Tithandria. We were looking at something together, but they arrived much later than I." And she says, "You know, I was only expecting you to actually show up to the inner courtyard. Is there a reason you brought them here?" And he says, "Oh no, 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 nothing of that sort. It's more that it's easier to convey information and exchange it when there's when everyone's here. I would rather not repeat the same information uh, multiple times in separate meetings, and that's why I thought it would be necessary to have everyone here." And she says, "Ah, all right. So, why don't you tell me what you've found out so far?" So, I would say for a good like 3 minutes or so, you hear a brief conclusion um, coming from Joseph. It's quite detailed and specific about the runes and the magics of the giants that he was taking a look into, along with your group supposedly. He would go over the different types of elements that the runes provide and which giants in history that they belong to. And you see that through the whole thing, Rowella would just be taking notes into her ledger as a mage hand would write into it for each and every single bit. Um, and she says, "I see. Then I have to ask, your companions here, they stayed longer than you. What was it that they were looking into that you weren't here for? I'd like to know." And at that point, right, he says, "Oh, they were simply looking into," and she would interrupt him and she would say, "No, I don't want to hear that from you. I'd like to hear that from your companions. After all, they're the ones who looked into the investigation."
So, well, I like to be thorough about things. At first, I had like I like the nervousness about me with the aura and everything. But then as they talked for enough times, I try to stare myself, making myself look normal. I put on my Giga Chad face, and I go, I like to be,
Chat music in the background.
yeah, I go, I like to be thorough about things. It's not enough just to do the research on my own and look into things. But you see, I also brought an expert into these things, someone that knows the ins and outs of these runes.
You see that she smiles, and but it seems playful of some sorts. It's almost like she knows something, but she's not revealing what she knows to you. But yet she says, "Sure, indulge me."
I, I points to Gimli.
And I say, "Oh, you know I'm not one for words here. I prepared some notes for this occasion." And I pull out the notes that Cormac helped me, or that Clark helped me put together, on the runes for like my personal stuff and like my personal experience with them.
Sure, sure. So, roll deception, and the DC will be lowered by a certain amount.
Good fucking luck, boys. Let's see.
Can I help
Use
by pointing
use
at
your
the words?
use your bardic. He already got advantage from
I've got
himself.
advantage. Yeah. Let's see. The fuck is deception?
Is that near the bottom? Light. It's near the top.
Yo.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
he's done it. He's him.
He channeled his inner Clark.
All right. She looks at it and she goes over the information you have and she says, "That's great. Actually, I learned quite a bit from that. Some things are actually a surprise." Those are good words coming from me. Now, I have to ask, what brought you along to Lancaster's group. What brought you all together?
She's asking us, like the rest of us.
Yes, yes, you and the rest of everyone else here. Your group is diverse. Very, very diverse.
I say, well, if you know the first thing about Tithondria, it's kind of a shithole. War torn by the war between the elves, the dwarves, and the orcs. And I thought I needed a change of scenery. And if I could spread this knowledge of ruins of the giants to other countries, perhaps we can gain more allies, more people wanting to go to war against the orcs. Those green bastards. I'll never forgive them.
I find that quite curious. You see, most dwarves I've seen, by choice they would stay. Their hatred for the orcs drives them to stay and defend their homeland. What makes you different?
I say, interesting question that is. It's not like I haven't seen orcs in this fair city of yours. The Smith, for example, one of my kin. He too came for the same reasons. He wanted to spread knowledge of his craft.
All right. Roll deception.
Okay.
Hey!
He's actually him.
I didn't
Mm.
roll advantage, but fuck it.
All right. And what of the rest of the group? I'm curious.
I say, you asked what brought us together with Lancaster. I say it was fate. I say, I was a merchant long ago when a savage greenskin attacked me, screaming for alcohol, and Lancaster put him down and saved my life. He blew him to pieces right there in the market, and I was thankful. I could tell he was a good soul.
I see. Roll deception. Okay.
Bro, what are these rolls?
For reference, James, this is the court mage. This is the current court mage of the royal court. He works under Baldwin, and she's notorious for being very nosy and very picky.
Who is this again?
Ruvala.
Can I switch my advantage to Bristol?
Wait, no, wait. I missed the part. Who is this and where are we?
I
Yeah,
have no
so
way of knowing he'd come back
so-
here.
so we're talking to this court mage who's incredibly like picky and, and nosy
What
about
mage?
things. Yeah, court mage, the court mage.
Court. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. And
Okay,
She's
gotcha.
basically the new Cavaldi.
Oh,
yes.
You've doomed us.
And and hold on. And she goes by the nickname Miss Perfect. I don't know if
Well,
we should tell
she
her
doesn't
that.
go by it, but it's more
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
people
Yeah,
call
yeah.
her that.
Sorry, yeah, don't call her that. People call her Miss Perfect, and she's known for being like a hard ass to the guards and stuff. And she's very nosy about things, and she she doesn't let things go, right? Like she picks you apart to make
Ah,
sure you're not
gotcha.
lying.
Oh no.
Yep.
Basically, just asking our relations to
Is-
quote unquote Lancaster.
Oh.
It's the best time for you to show up, and we're we're obviously all lying about this to some degree.
Yeah.
Best time.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
Is it
with,
lying if I think it's the truth though?
Oh,
Yeah, then we're good then.
alright.
what? Kerfuffle, you wanted to switch your thing, right?
If that's possible.
Are you switching your?
Well, I wouldn't mind taking it down, but
I'll let it be once
Uh,
because you would have done it differently if you knew James was gonna be in here too. So
if he
Yeah.
literally wouldn't have come back at the exact moment, I would 100% put it on Crystal.
And for his advantage, I have proficiency, so I can help him.
well, at least it's not negative. We got that going for us, guys. Uh,
all right, and with that, she looks at you, Lancaster, and she says, "Then, Lancaster,
Hmm?
what is your full name actually?"
I say, not everybody has a last name. Um, but I did pick up a last name. Balin.
Roll deception.
Alright. Oh, oops. This is the wrong thing.
And Thristle might not even lie. He's a good boy.
yeah. Yeah.
Right.
All right, so she sees this and she says, "Ah, that's my mistake. Some cultures don't use last names. But what culture would this be that that's such that you wouldn't have a last name?"
It's not about a culture, it's about your upbringing. I came from a poor family, and I didn't my original my parents did not have
His family was so poor they couldn't afford a last name, man.
that's not that's what is it called? The poor folks don't have last names where I come from. But the higher ups do. But as I grew up the ranks as a researcher, they deemed me worthy enough to receive a last name.
I see. Now, with a background like that, how is it that you've ever met Joseph over here?
I'm very charismatic, but I am also incredibly knowledgeable about these things. If you've seen the line of work of scholars, those two don't normally mesh very well. And it's how I met many of these people. I speak with many people. I like to know things.
I agree. That does seem to line up with what I've heard of you so far, from a guard or two. Well, how about the rest of your friends? I'd like to ask them each a question. How about you, with the hood, as she points your way, Tristel?
I said do a little time, a little record scratching your time freeze.
Time to pretend you're mute.
And she she looks at you inquisitively, and she asks, "What is your occupation in particular?"
Occupation. I'm a healer. And I take out my amulet of the devout from I guess my neck.
I see. Now, I find that a little strange. Where is it that you said you met Lancaster from?
Lancaster found me wash ashore. I was involved in an incident. I was teleported far away from where I came from.
And from where was this?
Came from the closest big city was named was sorry to look at my notes real quick here, sorry. It was from the island nation of Evermeet. You know, the one also known as the Green Isle.
I see. I did find it interesting that your amulet is from a religion mostly practiced from a faraway continent. But why is it that someone would ever encounter someone who's researching in Tithondria? Could you explain that?
That's because of the teleportation. I need somebody who I was lucky to meet with Lancaster, who is a researcher, and hoping to find hoping that he can find some acquaintances who is well rehearsed versed in teleportation, as I am aware that I am very far from Evermeet.
All right. Roll deception.
Oh no, I'm doomed, you guys. I'm doomed.
Hey,
Is it advantage, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he has
advantage. Yeah.
Can I
hold
pat
on.
myself in the shoulder real quick though? No.
Can he?
What's up?
Guidance?
Oh,
Pat
I
myself in
can-
the shoulder real quick. Oh no, I just guidance myself, but can I do that though?
Asking Mark.
Do you want me to give him
You
bardic?
will most definitely notice that you're
Okay.
casting guidance on yourself.
Gotcha.
Would she notice that I give him bardic? Can I do a
You
deception
notice the
roll?
enhanced abilities.
All right.
Well,
all right,
we
so-
we cast enhanced ability before we came in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
all right.
Uh,
Oh, just advantage
you would
deception.
likely notice an effect on Crystal being applied
Fair enough.
in this room.
All right. Well, just regular deception with advantage, I guess. Well, +0, boys.
Okay.
Yo?
Okay.
Hmm.
Who is this?
He's
Hmm,
head?
that's sus.
Yeah, who is
He's
this guy?
head?
That's sus. This is really sus right here.
I see.
This is not my James. Get rid of him.
It's quite elaborate the way you've all been connected. But sometimes that is indeed the case. And what of you two in the back? Starting with the elf.
I feign surprise as I point at myself, and then look around me to the sides.
I'm
And
just
then I
an
look at her, and then I
idiot.
point at myself again, and I kind of lean forward a little bit.
Yes, you. You look of an Eladrin bloodline. Maybe fall, maybe winter?
Uh, yes, milady.
Now, I know there are elves in Tithondria, but they are usually of the summer Eladrin bloodline. Why is it a winter one has found her way into this group? What is your occupation, actually?
I am but a maid. I'm afraid I am of little use to my lord, but he allows me to be around him regardless. A measure of his generosity, perhaps.
Interesting.
Someone
You keep a
needs
maid with you under travel, Lancaster.
I do.
Someone needs to take care of the things that these men don't know how to do, such as cleaning the clothes, cooking the food. You'd be surprised how quickly things descend into chaos without the order of a maid.
I
Milady.
see.
She uses this one spell, Maid Hand.
Maidhead.
Maid hand. So you're a maid who knows magic.
Only a little bit, just to help myself, just to help with some chores. I'm afraid even some basic ones I still haven't learned yet.
I see. That's interesting. Pardon me for a moment, but I'd like to take a look at something. And you see that she casts detect magic.
No, the maid hands. Should have kept your mouth shut.
And with that, she sees that around the four people at the front, she knows there's more magical energy than the rest of the group. It's almost like you've been enhanced in some kind of way. And she says, "That's interesting. Are you four normally well versed in magic?" As she looks at Thristle, Potenpack, Lancaster, and Kerfuffle. She doesn't say your names, right? But she looks at you for one at a time. She says, "You seem well versed in magic. I didn't hear about this until now.
I say, I am very well versed. What would you like to know, my lady?
What type of magics have you all learned?"
I
I
say,
I understand in Hawthorne's case that he is a healer, but for Gimli, Lancaster, and for you, I'm a bit more curious.
I say, mostly healing as well. A little bit of enhancement magic.
Enhancement magic. What kinds?
Enlarge, reduce.
He smirks as you say enlarge and reduce, and she says, "I see. I see your interests."
Oh, okay.
See. I see.
I say, is
So,
there anything else
well,
you would like to know?
All right. Roll deception.
Can't he just like cast the spell?
I don't know the spell.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So she says, "All right, that makes sense. As for the other two, Lancaster and Gimli, you're already quite well acquainted with rune magic, and even especially for Gimli, I see that you've had some runes carried onto you. I can see them right here. Why would you possess magic otherwise, beyond the runes?
Is she talking to me?
Yes.
Oh. But she's asking me why I have magic other than my runes?
Yeah. Why do you have
So-
magic applied on you right now besides your runes?
I say our healer always tries to apply water walking on us, just in case, because there's no downside.
I say, yes, we had an incident where the group of us nearly drowned some time ago. He's been doing it as a precaution ever since.
I say I can't swim, and I look embarrassed.
Roll deception. Whoever can roll it, go for it.
But you
I
want me to
can.
do it again? I don't have to.
You got it. I mean,
You want to do it, Roland? You got it.
Sure. I don't have advantage. though.
You got Bardic if you want to use it.
Oh, no, you have advantage. You have enhanced ability.
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
he doesn't?
No, he's got Bardic.
Oh.
It's okay. I believe it.
You
I'll
should
bardic just in case.
got it.
Good.
I see. And yes, you do indeed have water walking on you. But that makes sense. And as for your role as a maid, I understand. It does make it a bit more convenient to upkeep places. Then, what about you with the armor? The one behind the maid right now.
I'm just a
What
mercenary,
occupation do you have?
just a hired hand.
A hired
Wherever
hand.
wherever I can get paid, I'll do the job. And this one seemed to be easier than being out trying to kill bandits all day, and other monsters. I was told I would have to accompany him into a castle. Didn't seem like there would be much fighting required, so I thought it would be a nice break while still getting paid.
I see. A hired hand. And how much do you get paid for?
A few hundred gold for the whole. After all this is over.
I see. That's a little different from the rates I would hear in Catullus. But you're not from Catullus, are you?
No,
Where are you from?
well, from the same place as my benefactor, Tithondria.
I see. If you don't mind, it's hard to see past your mask. Of what race are you actually?
Well, I used to be human. Sort of still am, but not really.
I feel that you're avoiding my question. All I heard was you're not human, but that's not exactly answering my question. Is there something you're hiding from me?
I'll slowly take off my mask and it shows like it's a human-looking face, but like discolored. Like somewhat, I don't know, decrepit looking, somewhat.
He
No, my
she
face.
studies your features. She studies your features as she puts her index finger along your cheek, almost seductively,
Oh my
as,
god, she's
as it
touching
traces
me.
down to your cheek. And she says, "Interesting." As she kind of smirks in front of your eyes, you feel a tension of some sort. And then she says, "Now, what would someone like you be doing in Tithondria in the first place?"
Trying to survive after my family was killed. I became an orphan, so I just wandered until a group of other mercenaries picked me up, and eventually we started traveling. I just ended up there eventually, and once I passed a certain age, I decided to go on my own for a while, and eventually I found Lancaster.
I see. Now, your story is the strangest out of everyone's. It stands out the most and that it has the least detail, I find. Out of curiosity, would you mind stepping into a zone of truth for me?
Oh no!
Oh, oh,
Oh
It's-
no!
oh,
Fine.
oh, why?
I
Yeah.
mean, like, if I
It's-
don't, that's like that's sus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say what's the matter?
Well, you see, I've been wary of a certain group who's recently visited Catullus. I've heard rumors that rebels have been working with this group.
Ah, I see. You worried that we're the rebels.
I shake my head and say,
Rebel scum. For the Empire.
Now, if you do not mind, Lancer, would you just step into this zone of truth?
wait, did he know your name?
I never said it.
Uh,
How do you know my name? No, okay, whatever.
How do you know my class?
uh, I step into it. Where is it? Do I have to actually move? We're dead. We're all gonna die, bro.
You're dead.
You're dead.
Do I?
What do you mean we?
Who? Should I make a charisma throw now?
Yep.
Okay. I have +1. That's it.
Well, wouldn't you want you to fail it anyway? Like, you're not gonna just keep
Charisma
going.
saving throw.
I mean, she's not gonna be okay with that.
Do I use Bardic?
Wait, but she knows if you passed
sh-
it. Like,
she
what's the
knows,
point?
Oh, she knows. Alright,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
sure.
no, I'm not gonna make it like that.
It literally says, whether each creature succeeds or fails on a saving throw. It's up to you.
I'm gonna change the way Zone of Truth works for this particular role.
Okay.
I'll just use a bardic then, just cause. Cause I think maybe I passed, but like still.
Yeah.
Is this each turn though? That each question, or is it just this once?
I feel like you might you might want to save that bardic for the next question.
This is per question?
I can't reapply it to you.
No, it's not per question, but it's just
It's every 6 seconds, basically. 'Cause-
Or actually, I won't change the way Zone of Truth works for this role, but I'm not gonna. It's not necessarily that she's gonna like keep pressing, right? It depends on how this goes. But let's see. Okay. So yeah, it's up to you, David. But you got to choose now.
Save a creature, blah 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 blah. I'll save it, I guess.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. So with this, David, you feel that you're able to talk normally in the time that you're inside of this field. So if you were to lie, you technically could in this field right now. But she knows you're also capable of doing that. But regardless, she says, "Do you mind just repeating your background one more time for me?"
After my parents were killed, I was orphaned and picked up by a group of bandits. And then I traveled with them until I became a certain age. I traveled on my own. And then came across Lancaster. And now I'm his hired hand. For the time being. And also I say he's the prince.
you know what?
Do you actually say that?
No. I'm being held hostage. Help.
I can't.
Why
She's
would you
detect
point
magic.
at Why would
What
you
a-
point at Bristol and say that?
What a fantastic way to get David to lie through his teeth.
All right. Then that's all, I suppose. I think my curiosity is sated. Though I must say, Lancaster, there's something familiar about you. Though I've never
Really?
met you before, it feels it feels like you're not exactly new. I wonder why that is.
I say you don't look you don't look familiar to me. I say, but could be due to the magic that you put on yourself. So would you mind would you mind showing me what you look like?
It is rude to ask a lady such things.
Here's
As you
the
see, kind of like her eyebrow suggests that you might have angered her slightly.
Say no. I'm sure you're more beautiful the way you normally look.
I think that's enough discussion, Lancaster. Thank you.
Very well.
All right. Well, I will leave you off to do whatever you wish, but do not overstay your welcome in the inner courts. It was only supposed to be Joseph who was here. I will be watching.
I bow and leave.
I bow. And don't leave. And go to bed.
Okay.
I just give a
Oh.
single nod and I leave.
And jump out the balcony.
Bye, David.
David.
Okay.
Keep him
Is
keep
there something you wish to speak of?
I say
Lancer?
go get him, Gimli.
Lancer.
I say apologize. I apologize. He's shy, and I just pick him up and throw him over my shoulder. Walk out.
James, we're on a balcony, by the way. You might not want to go there.
Yeah, I can't go back up. It says token collision. Oh, thanks.
Well,
Okay, can we pull?
as I'm leaving with Hargrave, I say, "Oh, come on, man. Were you captivated by her beauty that much?"
As we
Looks
walk
like he's
away.
muted in Discord, so yeah. All right, let's
As he
take a break right
waves.
here.
Alright, sounds good.